What's up, fool? Welcome to Foolish Beginnings, where we encourage you to trust your gut and to foster a deep-rooted connection to spirit. If this is your first time here, welcome on in. Get some popcorn, get some wine, some Kool-Aid, whatever floats your boat. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate all of your engagement. If any of this sits well with you, if you want to leave your story or let us know how this is impacting you, go ahead and hit up our comment section. We do engage in conversation with you guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you absolutely fall in love with this reader. Like, hey, I kind of like these guys. I want to see some more of them. Please hit that subscription. You really help us. You just really help us grow when you do things like that. It's a nice energy exchange. I'm going to get right into it. If you have never done a pick a card before, this is how this bad boy works. We have 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1 is represented by white sage, traditional white sage. We also have white sage and this dragon blood sage on sale in our website on foolishbeginnings.us, so go check that out as well. But yeah, pile 1 represented by white sage, pile 2 is represented by this beautiful piece of obsidian, and pile 3 is represented by the dragon's blood sage. Take a breath, pause this if you need to, get centered. Whichever pile is calling out to you, that's going to be your read. You just tuned into an energy check for June 2025. What can we expect? What are some feelings that we're going to be running into? Things of that nature. I know it already started. I know I'm a little behind. My bad. But at the very least, we're getting this thing out. I'm going to get right into it. Timestamps are located in the description if you wanted to fast forward or anything like that. I know not everyone has a lot of patience. It's all good. No hard feelings. But if you don't stay until the end, I want to make sure I tell you good luck on your journey. Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we see you next time. Pile 1, let's get into it. All right, pile 1, let's get into it for you. We have 4 cards here for you. These 2 bad boys, I don't know what these cards are, right? I didn't even look into the energy. I don't know what to expect here. So this is pure channeling. These 2 cards here are going to be the overarching energies of what we're going to get into. And then these 2 are just giving us a little bit more info. And then I have my deck here to kind of expand on that info, okay? So let's see what pile 1, represented by the white sage. Let's see what our energy check for June 2025 is going to feel like for us. Chariot in reverse. Ooh. That's so interesting. All right, so we have the Chariot in reverse, and then we have the Well on top of that too. I feel like you guys are kind of reevaluating where it is, what path that you have been on. I feel like there is a huge need of self-expression that's screaming here. The Chariot in reverse is kind of like pump your brakes. What's the point of all this? Like I said, huge, this is like screaming. I need to express whatever it is that I need to get it off my chest. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, it feels like you guys have been on autopilot for some time now. You guys are kind of breaking out of that autopilot mode, and it just feels like you guys want to add your stank on whatever it is that you're getting into. I don't know what projects you're getting into, or it could be career related. 6 of Pentacles here is making me feel like you guys have just been weighing out your options. This could be a huge career change for you guys. See, June is a very masculine month in the sense that summer begins. It's very sunny. It's a time of action. We have Father's Day, so it's very just masculine energy in the month of June. So you guys could be getting a fire lit under your booties here, in the sense of kind of having an epiphany or a reality check on where exactly it is that you're going here. Because like I said, Chariot in reverse is pump your brakes, reevaluating. And the Well here is really wanting to express yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone. This may not be something that you're not used to, as well as 2, maybe something that you just haven't done in a while. Or maybe you're just looking for a new sense of expression. You know, people are just used to you being one way, and you, with the 6 of Pentacles here, 6 of Pentacles is all about weighing out my options. What feels right, what doesn't feel right, what needs to go, what doesn't need to go. You understand what I'm saying here? What else do we have for pile 1? Oh my gosh, yeah, you guys are totally about to take action. The 4 of Swords, this is you getting out of that, like we said, getting out of autopilot. You know what? It also feels like the reason why you guys have been entertaining this energy for this long is because there's just so much happening in your life. It just feels like you haven't really had the chance to really take time aside and really just reflect and really create a good action plan as to how it is you want to move out of this energy. And I just feel like right now you guys are at the point where, you know, it's bursting at the seams, and the need for change. It's to the point where it's just grabbing you, it's gripping you. It's no longer an annoyance. It's not getting under your skin. It almost feels like it's all encompassing. That's why this chariot in reverse is really screaming at me. It's a huge, like, stop in your tracks. I feel like not a U-turn. It doesn't feel like a complete U-turn. Oh my gosh, and then we have the chariot coming out. Oh shit. Oh snap. I don't mean to curse. And then we have the chariot coming out in the upright here. Yo, you guys are definitely reevaluating where you're going, right? You guys are totally reevaluating your purpose. What have I been doing with my life? What have I been doing with my life? Am I proud of what I've accomplished? A huge epiphany feels like a huge revelation. Holy shit. A huge pause. That's so crazy. That is so crazy. You guys are finally giving yourself the opportunity, the space. It feels like a maturing period for you as well. You might be changing up your environment in the sense that you may be giving yourself more spaces, opportunity to actually think these thoughts. Because let's be honest, you might have people around you that just aren't on the same page as you. Right? You might have people around you that kind of have their own plans for you. And you're like, no, that's not really what I want to do. I feel like there's someone here in the creative industry. Yes, the moon in reverse. This feels like you've been holding a lot back here. The moon in reverse is holding back secrets. I'm so happy that we're taking the opportunity to address these feelings, because the moon in reverse, this can grow into hostility if you don't do something about it. Like I said, we're bursting at the seams. So I just feel like it's not hostile. However, it is a need to speak, a need to voice your opinion, a need to kind of steer the boat in a new direction. I do feel like there's people around us who kind of have their own plans for us. Let's say if this is for a career, your boss is like, oh, I have great plans for you. And you're like, I kind of don't even want to be in this, I don't even want to be in this department. I kind of want to move over to HR. I don't really want to be in this position anymore. Let's say if this is a relationship, you might have the partner, you might have your other partner that's kind of making all of these decisions on behalf of the relationship, and you're like, yo, don't I get a say in this too? I'm not just going to be straggling along here. 6 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, all of this is screaming, not you. It's not a complete U-turn, okay? Because I do feel like you've acquired skills and you've really polished off you've really sharpened up your talents along the way. Let's say if you are someone who wants to move into the creative field, you've been doing customer service for some time now. So when it's time for you to go ahead and maybe step out and start representing yourself and start networking, you know how to deal with different personalities. So not all is lost, right? Not all is lost. You're just ready to get on your own personal path and on your own way. Go your own way. And that's going to take a lot of this stepping out of your comfort zone. My phone is not focusing, so it is what it is. But it does say step out of your comfort zone. So good luck on your journey, pile 1. Yo, the need to switch it up is real. I feel like there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion in the month of June for you. Yes, the star, liberation, freedom, autonomy, right? I want to do things my way. It's not really my way or the highway. I don't feel like you guys are aggressively quitting things and like throwing things at the wall. No, it just feels like I'm ready to do this. It feels like a push. It feels like a nudge. And it feels like a steering process. Like I said, it's not a U-turn. It's not a 360. It just feels like I'm ready to start going my own way. So make sure we keep those meaningful relationships, the ones that we've built over these past few months, few years, whatever it is that you've been getting into, because I feel like they're going to help you along the way. Not all is lost. I feel like you have people and connections that you have built along the way that can help you go to that next level, okay? Don't burn those bridges quite yet, or at all for that matter. Because, when we have prayers and we ask for things, most of the time Spirit answers those prayers through other people, all right? Pile 1, thank you so much for stopping by. Leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know how this is resonating with you. Good luck on your journey. Happy June. Let's get it, Pile 2. Yo, what's up, pal? 2? Welcome to your June 2025 Pick a Card Energy Check-in for the month of June. Just to let you guys know here, I have not taken a look at these cards. I don't know what we're about to walk into, so we're going to be filling this out together. These two cards here are going to be representative of the overarching energy, and then we just have these two cards here are going to be some clarifying cards, and then we have a beautiful deck here to kind of get some more info on what the vibes are. So pile 2, represented by the Obsidian Zone. Let's see what the overarching energy for the month of June is for you. We have 10 of Swords in the reverse. Ooh, and then we have the Page of Wands. Oh, I feel like you guys are finally getting over the overthinking phase. Overthinking leads to underachieving. So the 10 of Swords in the reverse makes you feel like, I'm so ready for it. I feel like we need to get this into action, though. We need to get it into action. I feel like the want is there, the passion is there. Page of Wands here. This is that spark. This is that little spark of passion that's shining through. This feels like heart overhead. This feels like a heart overhead decision. Because I still feel like there's still like a mental thunderstorm going on here. Like this is coming out in the reverse, which is making you feel like it's not completely done yet. Okay, 10 is representative of breaking cycles, and the month of June is a very masculine month with the beginning of summer happening and Father's Day. It's just a very masculine take action month. Let's see what else we got going here. Believe in the impossible. I love it. Ooh, summer vibes with a cold night, cold eerie night here, represented by our Moonology card. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. You know what? You know why you guys are slowing down so much, or maybe you guys are kind of like hesitating into this energy, hesitating into the into whether you should start doing this or not. It feels like you guys don't know enough. It feels like you guys aren't really confident in your skill set. I'm seeing podcasting. I don't know if there's some of you out there that's thinking about starting up a podcast and you're like, yo, I don't even know where to start. I don't even have like a structure built out here. But you know what? Not everything needs to be perfect. If you guys are waiting for either someone to give you permission to say, hey, it's a good time for you to go ahead and get this thing started, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. But if you really, really need it, hey, this is me telling you. Hey, it's a really good time for you to go ahead and rev those engines up, get it going. All right. Page of Wands. It just makes me feel like this is a journey. This is a journey that is not, it's not meant for you to be the master in the beginning. Okay. It's not meant for you to start off as a master. This is a journey that's going to encourage the mastery process. It feels like there's something here that you want to get into. But like I said, we don't have the skills. We don't have the skills, the talents, if you will. It just feels like there's a lot of technical things that you feel as though you're not ready for. So I'm just going to stick with the podcasting thing. Podcasting, you don't know enough about audio. You don't know enough about camera production. You don't know enough about, you will learn it. Fucking learn it. I'm trying to, oh my God, stop cursing. I'm trying to stop cursing here, okay? Look, Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh. That is so beautiful. Queen of Wands is indicative of an energy that is just on fire. They're very entrepreneurial, okay? So this is making me feel like, it doesn't feel like a career reading, but whatever it is that you are passionate about on the low, because I just feel like you're not even really expressing this to other people. You're not having like big conversations with other people about this. It makes you feel like you're still in the phase where like, can I do this? Is this possible? Can I even, can I create something from nothing? Yes, you can. And the Queen of Wands, this little spark, it's snowballing into this wildfire inside of your chest. So honestly, if you don't get this thing going, you might just be hurting yourself physically. Because when you suppress passionate emotions like this, they start to manifest in your physical reality and bodily pain. So I'm feeling like there's someone here in the chest, or whoever's listening to this, I feel like there's someone here in the chest who's having like heart palpitations or maybe experiencing anxiety attacks, because I feel like there's a lot going on in the chest area. You're meant for more. You are meant for more. It's okay if you're not an expert. It's okay if you see if there's thousands of other people doing it. No one can do it like you do it, right? No one can pop, lock, and drop it like you do. Ace of Swords in the reverse. These two cards here. 10 of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Clear indicators of I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how to get this thing going. Take a day and just go ahead and peruse on YouTube if you like. Or research your favorite X, Y, and Z. Let's say you want to get into some type of, let's say you want to get into app development. Research your favorite app. Research the history of how it was developed. Like, do your research. Don't get mad. Get organized. Don't get mad. Get organized, because I do feel like you guys do have, it feels like you guys are liable here to get a little snappity with people around you, because you're not following the call. You're not answering the call. Don't be getting mad at other people because you're not seizing the opportunity, Pow 2. Bro, the magician. Yo, oh my God. These readings are insane. The energies come through so powerfully. Like, yo, June, what's going on? What's going on in astrology? I need to hit up my girl Noelle. What's going on in astrology in the month of June that has people like in these really powerful, magical energies, but yet aren't really taking action on it? What is going on here? The magician. This is you making something out of nothing. This is you taking all of your little resources that you have available to you now. Let's stick with the podcasting story. You get in your phone, you get in your little microphone that you done bought in 2020. Okay. You're pulling that bad boy off the shelf. You're grabbing your old little hand recorder that maybe your grandpa owned. It just feels like you're taking the resources that you have available to you now and you're executing. I hope you guys get past this. Believe in the impossible. Yes, you have to believe in the impossible. That Moonology card is standing out, really screaming at me right now. I hope you guys get over this hump. Overthinking leads to underachieving. Just stop thinking about it and just start doing it. Look at that 9 of Pentacles. Not only is the project, not only is the whatever it is that you're working on. If it's a friendship with someone, you could be working on rekindling a friendship or a connection. Not only is the connection going to get stronger, but your confidence in self is going to get stronger. I feel like you're really going to impress yourself. You're really going to show yourself what you're made of. This is not a matter of proving other people wrong. This is a matter of proving to yourself that you can get shit done. I know P. Diddy, I know he's, going through a bunch of bullshit right now, but I'm just getting a flash of P. Diddy when he was like making a phone call and he really negotiated for himself and he did it. He negotiated a good deal. He like slammed the phone and he was like, yeah, I did that. He was like really celebrating himself. Like I said, I know P. Diddy is like the worst human being on earth right now, but I just got a flash of that and I just feel like you got something to prove to yourself. Like, forget everybody else. This is not about them. This feels like a very personal journey. Yeah, 9 of Wands here. It makes you feel like this has been on your mind, in your energy for quite some time. It makes you feel like you're on the verge of either, it's like two extremes. You're either going to give up on it or you're going to execute it. You're either going to give up or you're going to execute it. Just because you give up doesn't mean it's going to leave your energy. Just so you know, you're just prolonging it. Good luck on your journey, and I hope you find the confidence to go ahead and pursue whatever it is that's living in your heart. What's up, Pile 3? We are tuning in to the Energy Check of Tune 2025. Pile 3, I don't know what the heck is going on, but I just spilled my candle here. That never happens, and I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to clean it after. I just want to brush on through. I want to keep scrolling through. I want to keep on powering through. That's the word. I want to keep on powering through. This could be the energy that's leading into yours. Pile 3 is everything falling apart, but you're like, I'm just going to keep pushing through. Just so you know, I don't know what the heck these cards hold. I did not look at them. I just pulled them, kept them face down, and went ahead and started recording. So these two cards here are going to be our overarching energy, representative of where it is that we're getting into. So let's go ahead and dig into it with the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Awesome. I feel like June for you guys is going to be all about everything that you've been working hard for. We're finally getting your accolades. You're finally getting your recognition for. 3 of Cups is about celebrations. 9 of Pentacles, it's all about things manifesting into your physical reality. But this is a product of hard work. This is a lot of hard work. All right. So yes, this makes a lot of sense here. I knew this was going to have something to do with this reading. Everything may have felt like it was falling apart at some moment in time here in 2025, but you kept pushing through, and here we go. You're finally getting your kudos, if you will. Seven of Wands in the reverse. That's beautiful. Makes you feel like you really opened up yourself to this journey. You really opened up your heart. Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is that I'm not being defensive about this anymore. I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm going to open myself up to it. And then we have, what do you need to release? It feels like there's still some things that's trapped up in your energy there that needs to be released. However, I just don't feel like it's impacting you as deeply as what I just don't feel like it's hurting anymore. There we go. I don't feel like it hurts anymore, you know? Let's get some deeper. Okay, pile 3, you've been grinding it out. Look at you, bro. Pile 3. The energies are coming in so strong. Pile 3, you getting it. You getting it. You on your way. You are beyond that. I'm getting so fucking hyped, okay? Because this is like you're winning. You're winning. You're winning. You're winning. Even when you're losing, even when you feel like you might be losing, or maybe you didn't make as much as the last month in your material, you gained it in some other way. If you're building it, let's say you're building a brand here. Maybe you didn't make as much monetarily last month, but you gained like 2 times more followers. You understand what I'm saying? You're winning. You're winning in some way, shape, or form. I feel like everything in the month of June is going to be a fruitful one for you. I'll tell you that. If you haven't felt it already, trust me. I feel like this is the master manifester right now. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse here. Okay. That feels like, hold up. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse with the Knight of Cups here. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse just makes me feel like there are still some things that needs to be fleshed out. I don't know if this, you know what? It's not even, I don't know. I know. I feel like there's people here. People in pile 3 are moving from straight intuition, moving straight with spirit, not really having a plan, not really having a strategy. They're just like, whatever spirit moves me to do this month, I'm going to do whatever spirit moves me to say, to speak, to whatever. I feel like there's some of you guys that are just moving in the ebbs and woe of spirit, ebbs and flow with spirit. And that's beautiful. But I do feel like there is a need. There is some strategy. Some strategy needs to be attached now. Okay, this is the time where you bust out some pen and paper. All right, this is the time where you go ahead and you start to make things happen in a different way. Spirit can only take you so far, okay? And if that's not the case for you, vice versa, it could be flipped for you. You could have been operating strictly off of strategy. Now it's time to open yourself up to spirit, because spirit can take you farther, right? You've done enough. Now it's time for spirit to work their magic. For some of you, spirit has been working your magic. Now we need you to go ahead and co-create. All right. Knight of Cups here makes me feel like it feels like this is this is very interesting energy, kind of contradicting in the sense that I feel like I'm loving this more and more. Queen of Wands in the reverse makes me feel like you are at stake here of getting a little bit comfortable with the progress. You're a little bit, you could be feeling like you're doing so well that you don't need to, it feels like I just don't need to work as hard anymore. Queen of Wands in reverse is making me feel like you could be tempted to take some time off, or you could be tempted to cut the grind a bit. I do feel like it's not time quite yet. And so this is the part where you really tap into purpose. This is the part where you really tap into why it is that you do what you do. All right, because just because it feels successful now doesn't mean it's going to be successful for the next few months coming up. I feel like right now we're reaching a new peak. We're reaching a new grade. We're leveling up here. But just because we're leveling up, it just means that there's more skills that need to be acquired at this point, Leveling up means harder, bigger obstacles, harder lessons to be learned. I'm proud of you, and I'm very proud of how far you've come, and I'm so proud of how hard you've been working. But now this feels like it's calling you to work a little bit smarter and not so much harder. I don't feel like you need to be hustling super hard, but you do need to be a little bit more intentional intentional with when you release stuff, how you release stuff, how you say things. All right, because it feels like the more that you gain momentum, the more power and the more responsibility you have you have with this. So it's not just dilly dally anymore, or doing this for fun. It's a hobby. It's not just, oh yeah, we've been in the talking phase. If this is a relationship, it's not so much, yeah, we're in the talking phase. Now we're getting into the exclusive phase. If this is for somebody in a relationship, that means I got to put in work to sustain this. Right? Love is not just words, it's actions. Wow, represented by the dragon's blood sage. A lot of passion. You see that? It's all making sense. Pile 3, good luck on your journey. This is the most hype I've got out of all of the piles. Y'all are on fire. You guys are really connecting. You guys are really stepping into some good stuff here. I'm going to pull one more card on what do you need to release, just so we can get a little bit of clarity on that. Six of Wands in the reverse. Oh. So, thank you, Spirit. Six of Wands in the reverse is indicative of someone who feels like it's not enough. It's not enough. All right, so whatever expectations you have in your mind, let's release those, okay? Because I feel like whatever it is that you're stepping into, it's kind of growing its own it's growing its own consciousness, you know? It's growing its own, it's becoming its own beast in the most beautiful way. And I feel like we really need to make sure that we are staying and operating in a space of being grateful for everything it is that we accomplish, everything that comes our way, for the good and the bad. If you launch something and it didn't work well, thank you, Spirit. Now I know that's not it. Now I know that's not it. Thank you, Spirit. I'm happy I found that out now and not later on when things are more jumping, more bumping. You understand what I'm saying? Be grateful for everything that happens, okay? Because it feels like this could turn into an entitlement energy where you've been doing so much, you've been working so hard that you're entitled to it. All right? Everything that's blossoming, everything that's happening, it's a beautiful gift. So let's be grateful every step of the way, Pile 3. I got really hyped, and I'm hyped for you. And I know you should be hyped for you too. But let's make sure we are operating out of a place of gratefulness and not entitlement. Pile 3, good luck on your journey. I'm so happy for you. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.